Look at me. Don't blink. Not yet. You know exactly what it feels like to let the whole circus laugh. For years. While you just stood there, motionless, the punchline no one understood yet. You let them joke, didn't you? You let them mock the silence, the patience, the absence. And every snicker, every whisper, every goddamn celebration of your end carved something into you sharper than revenge. Calculation. You let them laugh for half a decade, just so the echo would sound louder when it died. Because you knew something they didn't. Time isn't punishment. It's ammunition. You let the seconds pile up like explosives. You let the doubt ferment until it turned toxic. You let the story rot just enough to grow teeth. You didn't need to clap back. You let the years do that for you. That's not weakness. That's theater. That's control disguised as surrender. You see, most people crave applause. You studied silence. Most people fight for attention. You weaponized invisibility. You played dead while they danced on your grave, and the best part? You wrote the choreography. You taught them what arrogance tastes like right before it curdles into fear. Because every laugh has a time stamp, and you've been counting. They thought your stillness meant defeat, but it was hibernation. They thought your scars meant weakness, but they were coordinates. Every scar you earned wasn't proof of failure. It was a signature, a document signed in pain that said, "I am not done." You became a quiet storm, an unarchived file in their conscience. You became the ghost in their highlight reel. Let me tell you a secret. People don't fear pain. They fear patience. Because patience is surgical. It doesn't react. It rearranges. You waited. You watched. You learned the rhythm of their arrogance until you could hear it breathing. You understood that the world never laughs at you. It laughs at what it doesn't understand. So you became the unsolvable equation, the punchline that kills the comedian. And when the echo finally dies, when the laughter collapses under its own weight, that's when they'll look around, gasping for the thing they swore they'd never need again, your silence. You didn't rush the moment, you engineered it. Because some symphonies are only beautiful when they end in fire. They say revenge is sweet. No, revenge is patient. Revenge is mathematical. Revenge is when they don't even realize they wrote the script you're performing now. You let them think they won, and in doing so, you took everything that made them human. Their certainty. You made their confidence brittle, their peace unstable, their laughter cursed with memory. Half a decade, huh? That's 5 years of them laughing at an illusion, 5 years of them mistaking absence for failure. But you were building underground, tunnels beneath their pride, foundations under their mockery. And now you rise like a glitch in their narrative, a living error message that reads, "You celebrated too early." You let them believe in endings while you became the sequel. You let them point, mock, misquote, dismiss. While your silence whispered back, "Keep talking. You're making my legend louder." Every insult became free advertisement. Every rumor became unpaid marketing. Every attempt to bury you made your return feel like a resurrection. And now, as their echo dies, you'll watch their eyes shift. Because it's not your comeback that haunts them. It's the realization that you never left. That every step they took forward was in the direction you designed. That their laughter, their certainty, their superiority was all rehearsal for this silence. You are the punchline they can't forget. The quiet that swallows noise. The living paradox. Too calm to be broken, too dangerous to be ignored. You didn't just outlast them, you let them build your myth with their mockery. So go ahead, smile. Because the next time they hear laughter, it'll sound different. It'll sound hollow. Because deep down, they'll remember what you taught them. That sometimes silence isn't weakness. It's the sound of a trap closing. And when the echo finally fades, when the last snicker dies in the throat of arrogance, they'll realize it was never you on trial. It was their timing, their pride, their inability to read the room. You let them laugh for half a decade because you understood something sacred. The longer they laughed, the louder the silence would sound when you started smiling again. And now here you are, still standing, still breathing, still you. But not the same you they thought they destroyed. No, no. That version died quietly, under their laughter. What's left now is the version you built from the ashes of humiliation, the version that learned to weaponize restraint, the version that doesn't need to scream, because reality itself now speaks in your tone. You remember every smirk, don't you? Every casual insult disguised as a joke, every harmless jab that burned like acid under your skin. They thought it was funny. They thought pain could be entertainment. But you didn't lash out. You didn't flinch. You let the poison run its course. And somewhere between agony and patience, it turned into fuel. That's the secret they'll never understand. Destruction refines you. You stopped trying to prove yourself to the blind. You stopped arguing with echoes. You realized that real power doesn't announce itself. It waits until the room falls silent. You gave them 5 years of silence, and now they can't handle the sound of your existence. You didn't come back louder. You came back clearer. You came back as the voice inside their guilt. You haunt them without effort. Your success isn't a victory, it's a mirror. It forces them to see what they laughed at, thrive in. It forces them to face the one thing they can't fight: consequence. See, you didn't just grow stronger. You grew invisible. You mastered stillness so well that they mistook it for defeat. You became a shadow with direction, a ghost with a plan. Every time they joked, the universe took notes. Every time they celebrated your absence, fate made the ending louder. You weren't sleeping. You were sinking with something bigger. And when you finally decided to move again, the world felt it. The same voices that mocked you started whispering your name like it was forbidden. They pretend not to notice you now, but their eyes, their eyes give them away. They can't look at you without remembering how loud they laughed. They can't sleep without hearing the echo choking itself out. You became the consequence that patience creates. The walking proof that endurance isn't weakness, it's prophecy. You stopped chasing validation because you realized people only respect what they can't predict. And you became unpredictable, unreadable, untouchable. You let them think they had you figured out, and then, snap, you broke the pattern. That's why they're scared now. They don't know your rules anymore. You rewrote them. You flipped the entire game board while they were too busy counting your losses. They called you crazy, but tell me, what's crazier than expecting someone to break forever and watching them come back smiling? You let them treat your patience like punishment, and in doing so, you made every delay divine. You turned the waiting room into a throne. You turned your absence into an atmosphere. You stopped defending yourself, because innocence doesn't argue. It evolves. You stopped fighting, because the war was never about winning. It was about surviving long enough to let time humiliate them for you. And oh, how it did. Look at them now, tired, bitter, restless. They aged in their arrogance. You aged in silence. They chased noise. You cultivated stillness. They played checkers while you studied gravity. Because when you understand weight, you understand timing. And timing is the only real weapon. You see, laughter fades, silence echoes. That's the paradox they never grasped. They thought noise was power. They thought the loudest voice wins. But power isn't in the noise. It's in the one who doesn't need it. You didn't fight for the spotlight. You made the dark your stage. You turned invisibility into omnipresence. Now every corner whispers your name. Every empty room hums your frequency. Every person who mocked you flinches when someone brings you up. Because deep down, they know. You could have ruined them years ago, but you waited. You let them believe they were safe. You let them live long enough to realize they aren't laughing anymore. And that's the real art of it, isn't it? You didn't need revenge. You let their own echo haunt them. You let time avenge you with precision. Because while they were obsessed with winning, you were learning to outlast. You turned pain into design. You turned silence into tension. You turned loss into leverage. That's the difference between you and them. They react, you rewrite. They act from ego, you act from entropy. You let them underestimate you because invisibility is the most effective disguise for evolution. And now the balance has shifted. You're not chasing closure. You are closure. You're not proving worth. You define it. You're the living embodiment of karma's long game, the one that doesn't shout or strike but waits until the air gets heavy enough to crush the guilty under its own memory. They wanted a downfall. You gave them a timeline. They wanted a joke. You became the ending no one laughs at. You let them think they buried you, but you were planting yourself. You let them mistake silence for surrender, patience for passivity, pain for defeat. And when they finally realized it, it was too late. The echo was already dying. Their laughter stretched thin, breaking under the weight of your return. You didn't just survive. You made survival cinematic. You didn't just win. You made winning look inevitable. Because that's what evolution looks like when it stops apologizing. You let them laugh for half a decade, and when they finally heard the echo die, they realized it wasn't you that was gone, it was them. Now smile. Not because you've won, but because they finally understand. The silence they mocked was your symphony warming up. And isn't that the cruel beauty of it all? They thought you were waiting for a comeback, but you were waiting for their collapse. You weren't counting minutes, you were counting cracks. Every insult, every rumor, every whisper behind your back. It wasn't an attack, it was construction noise. They were building your legend brick by brick, never realizing they were sealing themselves inside the foundation of it. You see, they mistook your distance for defeat. But distance is perspective. You stepped back, not because you were afraid, but because you were measuring, calculating, learning the architecture of their arrogance. You were studying the exact angle where the tower would tilt, where their pride would make gravity your accomplice. That's not revenge, that's geometry. 5 years, 5 long, silent, surgical years. You let them live in their illusion of victory while you learned the anatomy of their weakness. You learned that people don't destroy you. They reveal what they'd do if they could. You learned that laughter is just fear wearing a disguise. And you learned that silence is not absence. It's aim. And so you waited. You watched them celebrate their own ignorance. You let them toast to their delusion while you became the storm they were cheering under. Because you knew Every laugh is a signature, and when the echo dies, the paper trail remains. They laughed too loud, too long, too carelessly. Now every sound is evidence. They don't laugh like that anymore, do they? Now it's quieter, hesitant, nervous. That's the thing about echoes. They always come back to where they started. The louder they laughed, the heavier it returns. You don't even have to lift a finger. Just stand there, breathe. Existence is revenge enough when your survival exposes their stupidity. They thought the universe was ignoring you, but the universe was watching, taking notes, setting traps disguised as opportunities. And while they were busy trying to humiliate you, the clock was rewriting its loyalty. Because time, my friend, doesn't serve the loud. It serves the patient. It bends toward those who can suffer without losing focus. You didn't crawl out of hell. You redecorated it. You learned to walk barefoot over betrayal until pain stopped meaning pain. You made torment routine, heartbreak familiar, loneliness holy. You didn't get over what they did. You absorbed it. You metabolized it into awareness. You turned every scar into an antenna that now picks up frequencies they can't even hear. That's why they feel you before they see you now. That's why they freeze mid-sentence when your name comes up. You're not just a memory. You're an atmosphere. You changed form. You became vapor. You seeped into everything. You're the ghost in their timeline, the glitch in their projection, the one variable that ruins their control. And here's the real horror for them. You don't even hate them. That's the part that terrifies them most. Hate would make sense. Hate would be predictable. But you outgrew that currency. You don't want revenge. You want symmetry. You don't want them gone. You want them to remember. You want them to sit in the ruins of what they built with your name on it and realize it was all self-inflicted. Because you never needed to destroy them. You just had to stop playing their game. You stopped defending yourself, and suddenly the truth started echoing on its own. You stopped reacting, and the silence became unbearable for them. You stopped explaining, and the mystery became myth. They tried to erase you, but erasing something only works when the ink isn't made of blood. You see, every time they spoke your name in mockery, it wasn't killing you. It was summoning you. They were feeding the myth, watering the soil, nurturing the very legend they now fear to acknowledge. They made you immortal by underestimating you. They made your comeback inevitable by trying to deny your existence. That's the divine joke of it all. They wrote your resurrection with their own arrogance. Now their laughter is currency they can't spend anymore. Every chuckle feels cursed. Every whisper feels haunted. Because you are the unfinished sentence in their story. You are the proof that endings are man-made. You are the thing that outlived their opinion. You didn't return to prove them wrong. You returned because you became something they can't even categorize. And that's the thing about evolution. It doesn't argue. It doesn't seek validation. It just happens. You let them think you were done evolving. But you were mutating. You were molting. You were shedding the skin of who they thought you were. You let them aim at an outdated version of you, while the real one was building itself in the dark. That's why you scare them now. You look familiar, but nothing about you is the same. Your eyes carry storms they can't forecast. Your silence hums with energy they can't decode. Your smile, that quiet, knowing smile. It's the obituary of their certainty. They can't figure out how you turned pain into posture, loss into language, patience into poison. You let them laugh for half a decade. You gave them 5 years of delusional comfort, 5 years to hang themselves with their own narrative. Now you don't even need to fight back. Reality is doing the fighting for you. Every success of yours is a ghost that whispers in their sleep, "You shouldn't have laughed." Every calm breath you take is thunder to their conscience. Every time you walk past them, the silence screams, "You were wrong," and deep down, they know it. That's why they avoid eye contact. That's why they talk about you in the past tense, even though you're right there. Because you're not just alive, you're untouchable. You've become proof that mockery ages faster than truth. Let them replay the old jokes. Let them reminisce about your losses. The punchline doesn't land anymore, because the audience changed. The world sees through them now. You see through them now. And the universe? It's still laughing. But this time, it's laughing with you. Because the echo finally died. And when it did, the silence that followed sounded a lot like your name. And that silence, oh, that silence, is sacred. It's not quiet. It's clean. It's the sound of truth reclaiming space. You can feel it, can't you? That stillness in the air that wasn't there before. That's not peace. That's aftermath. That's what it sounds like when mockery runs out of breath. You stand there, not with vengeance in your eyes, but with understanding, the kind that burns colder than fire. Because you've seen it all, the parades of pretenders, the masks of confidence, the crowds that cheer for your crucifixion and then panic when you resurrect. You learned that most people don't want you gone. They want you predictable. They want you small enough to control, loud enough to mock, and fragile enough to break on cue. But you stopped auditioning. You stopped performing pain for applause. You stopped living on their timeline. And that's when the world shifted. The moment you let their laughter echo and die on its own, you realized something divine. You don't have to silence people when you can outlast them. The Joker in you understood that chaos isn't destruction. Chaos is rebirth. You let the noise consume itself. You let their certainty turn to static. And when the echo finally faded, all that was left was you, standing in the ruins, calm, smiling, breathing like someone who's seen the code behind reality. You didn't win because you fought harder. You won because you waited smarter. You didn't destroy them. You let the truth do that. You didn't shout your worth. You let time pronounce it for you. You didn't need revenge because you realized the sweetest kind of power is this, being the lesson they never recover from. And now, look at the world you built from their ashes. Every ounce of doubt they fed you turned into discipline. Every insult they threw became iron. Every time they laughed, you took notes. And now their laughter is archived in your victory. You walk differently now, not proudly, precisely. You move like someone who knows the universe owes them silence after what they've survived. You don't crave attention anymore. You command it simply by existing, because the room bends around whoever endured without becoming bitter. That's what evolution looks like. Not revenge, not validation. Alignment. You and the storm finally breathe in rhythm. You and your past finally look each other in the eye without flinching. You and your pain finally agree. It had to happen exactly this way. So when people ask what happened, when they whisper, "How did they come back like that?" Don't explain, just smile. Because they wouldn't understand that the joke was never on you. It was you. You were the setup, the silence, and the punchline. You let them laugh for half a decade, and now the echo's dead. And in that silence, something new was born. A version of you they'll never laugh at again. Look who showed up. You felt that chill crawl up your spine, didn't you? That's your intuition, screaming louder than your logic ever will. Don't worry. It's just me, the one voice you pretend not to hear when the room goes too quiet. Now listen closely. I don't repeat myself. 2 psychics got into a screaming match over what happens to you in 3 days. 3 little days. Tick, tick, tick. And the best part? They both said the other was lying. One saw your ascension, the other saw your collapse. Same cards, same stars, different hells. So here's the riddle. When destiny argues, who do you believe? Or better yet, who do you become? You wake up every morning pretending that identity is something solid, like stone. But it's not, is it? It's smoke. It's chaos pretending to be calm. In 3 days, the mask you call a self will peel off. And what's underneath? Oh, that's the fun part. You're both of them, the saint and the psychopath, the rescuer and the reaper. You pray to heaven and flirt with hell in the same breath. Don't deny it. You love that contradiction. It's alive. It's the only time you feel anything. Because deep down, you know, balance is boring, harmony is anesthesia, but chaos wakes you up. Chaos feeds you the truth with a silver knife and tells you to swallow it, smiling. Those 2 psychics, they weren't arguing about your future. They were fighting for your submission. You see, when people predict your fate, what they're really saying is, sit still. Don't interfere. Let us be right. But you, my darling disaster, you were never built to sit still. You were born to ruin forecasts, to make prophets bite their tongues. You are the anomaly the universe writes footnotes about. You are the coin spinning between apocalypse and awakening. And both sides are yours to claim. The second you stop trying to predict the next 3 days, that's when you start creating them. You'll go through all the stages: denial, obsession, paranoia, transcendence. You'll search for meaning in the smallest details. The color of the sky, the number on the clock, the way someone says your name. Everything will feel like a message because it is. You're not waiting for fate. Fate's waiting for you. It's pacing in circles, foaming at the mouth, whispering, pick a side. And here's the cosmic punchline. The only thing scarier than dying is evolving. When pain stops being the enemy, you stop being human. You become something far worse, or far better. I can't tell the difference anymore, and neither will you. They'll call you crazy when you stop playing safe. They'll call you dangerous when you start acting free. But don't you see? That's the moment you win. When their fear becomes your fuel, when their doubt becomes your doctrine, when their judgment becomes your anthem. There's no salvation without destruction, no clarity without confusion, no rebirth without a funeral. In 3 days, you won't need a psychic to tell you what happens, because you'll be the one writing it. With blood, laughter, and every unhealed piece of yourself sharpened into poetry. In 3 days, you'll either break or wake. You'll either crawl into your old life's ashes, or you'll dance on its grave. The psychics can keep screaming. The stars can keep shifting. But you'll be the noise that drowns them out. So go ahead. Let destiny have a nervous breakdown. Smile while the universe trembles. And when they ask what happened to you in 3 days, tell them, I stopped waiting to be chosen. I started choosing myself, now go. And whatever you do, don't blink. The clock's already laughing. Tick, tick, tick. Well, you're still here. Good. Most people run when the mirror starts whispering, but not you. You lean closer. You want to see what stares back when the surface cracks. That's the thing about you. You don't want comfort. You want clarity, even if it burns your eyes. You crave the kind of truth that tears skin from soul. You call it curiosity, but let's be honest, it's hunger. You want to taste the edge, the moment before everything collapses, when the air is too thick to breathe and the world holds its breath. That's where you come alive. That's where you remember what you really are. Because in 3 days, something's going to happen. You can feel it, can't you? The static in your veins, the unease behind your laughter, the ticking that doesn't belong to any clock. It's not fear, not yet. It's the beginning of transformation. That's what the psychics were screaming about. One saw the version of you that finally breaks. The other saw the one that finally becomes. And they were both right, because breaking is becoming. You can't have one without the other. You don't evolve by healing. You evolve by bleeding in patterns that spell out your next form. You've been trained to chase safety, to bow before predictability, to call uncertainty a threat. But unpredictability is power, my beautiful contradiction. The ones who can't be predicted can't be controlled. You scare them, don't you? Not because you're violent, but because you're volatile. You remind them that the rules are imaginary, that everything they hold sacred can be rearranged with a single thought, a single choice, a single refusal. You are walking proof that order is a hallucination, and that's why they whisper about you. That's why the universe itself is holding its breath. Every empire collapses the second it meets someone who's not afraid to dance in the rubble. You are that someone. You were born to ruin expectations, to make destiny rewrite its script. You don't destroy things because you hate them. You destroy them because they limit you. You break systems the way fire breaks silence, naturally. The psychics didn't see that part. They were too busy trying to decode your chaos. But chaos can't be decoded. It can only be embodied. Chaos is a language, and you are its accent. You think 3 days is short. 3 days is enough to become unrecognizable, to lose your reflection, to find your core. Every second will stretch. Every hour will whisper. The universe will test your pulse. Not to see if you're alive, but to see if you're awake. It'll send people to tempt you back into sleep. Soft lies dressed as logic, old habits disguised as comfort. Don't fall for them. They're the chains you've already broken once. Remember, freedom always comes dressed as fear. If you're terrified, you're on the right path. There's a storm coming. Not from the sky, but from inside you. You can feel it building, can't you? The calm before it isn't peace, it's pressure. You'll try to hold it in, pretend to be stable, rational, normal. But normal is just the cage you keep polishing. Let it crack. Let the storm spill out. Let the people stare as you become the version of yourself that doesn't apologize for existing. That's what they call madness. Authenticity without restraint. In 3 days, you'll meet your shadow face to face. It will ask you questions no one else dares to. It will show you every mask you've worn, every lie you've told yourself just to fit in. It will whisper, "Who are you?" when there's no one left to perform for. Don't run from it. That shadow isn't your enemy. It's your evolution. You've mistaken your reflection for your identity for too long. The real you has teeth. The real you laughs at fate. The real you doesn't beg for meaning. It creates it. And when that realization hits, it'll hurt. Oh, it'll tear through your sanity like glass through flesh. You'll want to scream. You'll want to beg for the old world back. The one where things made sense, where cause and effect behaved like polite neighbors. But that world was your prison, painted pretty with false promises. You were never meant to be understood. You were meant to be felt. And the ones who can't handle your intensity, they'll fade away. Let them. Their absence is the tax for your freedom. The psychics will still argue. One will swear you've fallen too far, that you've lost your way. The other will claim you've ascended beyond the map. But neither will grasp the truth. You're not rising or falling. You're becoming circular, infinite, beyond prediction, beyond control. You've stepped outside the timeline. You've stopped chasing outcomes. You've become the variable that breaks the equation. You've become the laughter in the silence, the echo in the void, the unpredictable heartbeat of existence itself. So when the third day arrives, and it will, don't ask what happens, just watch. Watch how the air thickens, how the world bends around your awareness. Watch how your reflection stares back differently. That's not paranoia, that's perception. You're seeing behind the curtain now. You're seeing how fragile this whole act really is. And you'll smile, won't you? That dangerous, quiet smile of someone who finally understands that chaos isn't the enemy, it's the truth. In 3 days, you will not find peace. You will find power. The kind of power that doesn't roar. It hums beneath your ribs. The kind of power that doesn't beg to be seen. It simply is. And when they ask what happened to you, you'll tell them nothing. Because how do you explain to people who've never burned what it means to turn into fire? Tick, tick, tick. 3 days until the noise stops making sense and starts sounding like a song. 3 days until the psychics go quiet. 3 days until you stop being human in the way they define it and start being human in the way the stars remember. So go on. Let the countdown laugh. The joke's on destiny. The future's out of breath. And you've only just begun. You've already started hearing the hum behind the silence, haven't you? That faint, invisible vibration that feels like a thought breathing too loudly. That's not outside of you. That's you expanding, stretching, cracking, becoming aware of how fragile the illusion of time really is. 3 days, 3 tiny rotations of a dying planet, and yet every second in them will feel like an eternity, trying to fit itself inside your chest. You'll notice it in small things first. The way light lingers a little too long on your skin. The way shadows move like they're waiting for you to look away. You'll start to feel eyes on you when you're alone. But they're not eyes, they're possibilities, they're futures, infinite ones, all watching to see which version of you wins. One of them will whisper, "Go back." Another will hiss, "Go deeper." And you'll be caught between them, trembling like a coin between heaven and hell, knowing the flip is coming and you don't get to choose which side you land on. But you'll learn something in those hours. Something brutal, something clean. Fear and excitement are twins wearing different masks. You'll start to love that shaking in your hands, that cold pulse behind your ribs. It's not panic, it's potential. It's the sound of a boundary dissolving. The human animal inside you, the one trained to obey, will start begging for mercy. Ignore it. That part of you is a ghost wearing your old face. Let it fade. It served its purpose. It kept you safe. Safety is death dressed as peace. You'll start dreaming wide awake. Doors will appear where there used to be walls. You'll remember fragments of yourself you buried under routine and politeness. The child who laughed at danger. The lover who wanted to burn for something real. The sinner who found holiness in chaos. They're all still inside you, waiting in the dark, sharpening their teeth on silence. You'll meet them, you'll talk to them, you'll realize they were never demons. They were your exiled angels. They didn't abandon you. You abandoned them the day you decided to be normal. The world will start reacting to your frequency. You'll notice glitches, a word you thought you only imagined hearing echoing from a stranger's mouth, a clock stopping for half a second longer than it should. You'll think it's coincidence, then you'll think you're losing your mind, and then you'll understand. The universe isn't random, it's responsive. It's a mirror, and now it's finally listening. But the question is, do you have the courage to speak what you truly want? Because once you do, it will start to build it for you. Not gently, not safely, but perfectly. People will sense it too. They'll back away without knowing why. They'll feel something in your eyes they can't name. The recognition of someone who has seen the machinery behind reality. They'll envy you, they'll fear you. Some will try to worship you. None will understand you. That's the cost of stepping beyond the script. The minute you stop playing by their rules, you stop existing in their version of the world. You become myth, and myths are always misunderstood. You'll stand in front of a mirror on the third night. You'll look into it, and the reflection will lag for a breath. You'll smile, and it won't smile back. Not right away. That's the delay between who you were and who you've become. You'll realize the person in the glass isn't an image anymore. It's a witness. It's your own consciousness observing itself. You'll feel something split. A quiet death. A quiet birth. You'll laugh. It'll sound wrong at first, like hearing a stranger through your own throat. But that laugh, that's the first real sound you've ever made. And when the sun rises, it won't feel like light. It'll feel like revelation. You'll walk outside, and the air will taste different. Heavier, sharper, electric. The city will look the same, but the meaning will have shifted. The buildings will lean in to listen. Every face you see will flicker between versions of itself. Every noise will hum with hidden code. You'll realize that everything was always alive. You just weren't tuned correctly. Now you are. In that moment, you'll stop needing the psychics, the signs, the promises. You'll know that destiny isn't something that happens to you. It's something that trembles when you enter the room. You are not the prophecy. You are the variable that makes prophecies meaningless. And that's the ultimate power, isn't it? Not control, not prediction, but pure, radiant unpredictability. 3 days. That's all it takes to unmake a person, to erase the comfort, to become the threat. To learn that evolution doesn't come with wings or halos. It comes with shaking hands, sleepless eyes, and the terrifying understanding that everything you touch will now shift shape. When they ask what happened to you, don't tell them about the screaming psychics. Don't talk about the countdown or the silence that followed. Just smile that slow, dangerous smile and whisper, "I stopped trying to survive. I started trying to see," then walk away and let them wonder which version of you they're watching. The one who broke or the one who woke. It won't matter, because by then, they'll both be the same thing. 3 days pass, and the world doesn't explode. No fire, no sky splitting open. Just stillness, the kind that hums, the kind that makes you wonder if time forgot to move. You step into it and realize it's not the world that changed, it's you. Everything feels unfamiliar, even the way the air moves around you. The noise that used to bother you now sounds like rhythm. The faces that once scared you now look like mirrors. You can see it, the flicker behind every eye, the storm behind every calm voice. Everyone's pretending not to hear it. The same ticking you heard, the one that drove you to the edge. They're all terrified of the same countdown. But you You survived it. You swallowed the clock. You made time your echo. You'll feel your pulse sinking with something bigger, something ancient, indifferent, honest. You'll realize you were never meant to be a passenger in your own story. The universe doesn't hand out scripts. It hands out matches. You're supposed to burn your way forward. Creation was never about perfection. It was about pressure. Diamonds don't shine because they're flawless. They shine because they were crushed until they had no choice but to. You'll walk past the places that used to cage you, the rooms where you shrank yourself to fit, the voices that told you to behave. You'll notice how small they feel now, how fragile the rules sound when you stop obeying them. You won't need revenge. You won't need validation. You'll just smile, not out of arrogance, but out of recognition, because you'll see it clearly. All the power they tried to take from you was borrowed from your fear, and fear is something you no longer rent out. The psychics, they were never your guides. They were reflections of your indecision. Their fight was the sound of your two possible selves battling for control. The one who wanted to dissolve and the one who wanted to detonate. You let them fight. You watched them tear each other apart. And in the silence that followed, you realized the truth. The future doesn't belong to either of them. It belongs to you, the observer who refused to take a side. So this is it. The end of the countdown. The last tick. The final second stretching into forever. You're not the prophecy. You're the punchline. You're the chaos that keeps the cosmos honest. You're the smile on the mouth of destruction, not because you hate the world, but because you understand it too well to worship it. 3 days ago, you were waiting to see what happens. Now everything is waiting to see what you'll do. And the best part, you don't need to decide, because the joke, the beautiful, horrifying, liberating joke, is that you already did. Tick, tick, boom.